I do want to start with the legal challenges to Indiana's new abortion law. A judge heard the first arguments today in Bloomington.
This is one of two lawsuits challenging Indiana's new law, which just took effect last Thursday. A quick reminder, this new law bans nearly all instances of abortion from the point of conception. There are limited exceptions, including rape, incest, and the health of the mother or the fetus. And any abortion that is performed has to be done inside of a licensed medical facility.
We'll begin this evening with Fox 59 State House reporter Kristen Eskow, who sat in on today's hearing. So what can you tell us? What's next here?
Beershell and Dan, right now the judge is considering whether to issue a preliminary injunction in this case, and that would determine whether this law is put on a temporary hold as the case is decided. Now, it was a pretty quiet day here outside the courthouse as we were in the hearing. We were in there for about 90 minutes today, as we heard from attorneys on both sides. We are not allowed to bring cameras into the courtroom per Indiana law, but we did speak with the attorneys right after the hearing. It's the first of two lawsuits filed to block Indiana's near-total ban on abortion. The suit argues it's a right to privacy violation under the Indiana Constitution. Ken Falk of the ACLU is representing the abortion providers who brought the suit.
Women have a right to privacy that includes abortion rights.
Falk argues that's protected since the Indiana Constitution gives people the right to liberty.
The illustration I gave was the right to have as many children as we want, and we would react against that if the state tried to take that from us by saying you're invading our privacy.
Indiana Solicitor General Tom Fisher disagrees, saying the Indiana Constitution does not specifically mention the right to privacy.
Abortion was never understood to be a right secured to the people, either at common law or under the Constitution.
In the courtroom, the judge asked Fisher whether there's anything that would limit the legislature's ability to ban oral contraception. Fisher argues that's a different question than the one at the center of the lawsuit.
We always have to ask, what is the legitimate purpose of the legislation, no matter what we're talking about? And with abortion, it's clear. The purpose of the legislation, which is not only legitimate but compelling, is to save human lives.
Now, as for the next steps, Special Judge Kelsey Hanlon will consider the motion filed to issue a preliminary injunction and put this law on hold as the case is decided. So that means if that motion is granted, Indiana would go back to the abortion law it has before, and abortions would be allowed up to 20 weeks. Right now, though, this law is still in place as the judge makes her decision. That could come within the next few days. She didn't give us a timeline, but she said she would make the decision, quote, expeditiously. For now, we're live in Bloomington this evening. Kristen Eskow, Fox 59 News.
All right, Kristen, thank you. And as we've said, there is a second lawsuit against this new law filed by the ACLU, and this lawsuit argues that a ban on abortion would violate religious freedom. Lawyers say it puts a, quote, burden on Hoosiers who do not follow Christian teachings, specifically those whose faith teaches that abortion is acceptable. That lawsuit will go before a judge next month in the Marion County Superior Court. And we will continue to follow the developments in these lawsuits and the reactions from all angles to the state's new law. You can find that on fox59.com, along with other details and laws that have passed in this summer's special legislative session. That includes financial programs for families and the taxpayer refund checks.